Breaking news right now from the Supreme Court.
Yeah, they just struck down a case involving abortion clinics, and it's being called the biggest decision in nearly 25 years. And Local 10 News reporter Amy Viteri, she's in the newsroom with more on this ruling.
Well, Constance and Christy, this Texas law required abortion clinics to have the same standards as outpatient surgical centers, and eventually led to more than half of the abortion clinics in the state closing. Only about a dozen are still open, and today's decision found that imposing those heavy restrictions denied women an ease of access.
Women won today! Women won today!
As expected, Justice Kennedy held the key vote and decided the state of Texas went too far in its regulations, the court striking them down 5-3 and setting a precedent for the country. At issue, did the new requirements Texas put on abortion providers place an undue burden on Texas women? The justices heard arguments in early March, the first after the death of Justice Antonin Scalia, who was expected to back Texas in the case. On the steps of the court, passion from both sides.
The Supreme Court put the so-called right to abortion above the right to safety.
The Texas law requires abortion clinics to be more like surgical centers and that doctors have admitting privileges at a hospital within 30 miles. Critics say those regulations make it impossible for many centers to stay open. Since the law was enacted, half of the clinics in Texas closed. Hence, the law's opponents argued an undue burden.
After years of fighting heartless, anti-choice politicians who would seemingly stop at nothing to put abortion out of reach, I want everybody to understand, you don't mess with Texas women.
Lawyers representing the state of Texas and anti-abortion activists argued the regulations were put in place to protect women's health.
Babies lost and their mothers lost.
Now, here in Florida, there is a law that was supposed to go into effect on July 1st, but because of this ruling, its future is unclear. The law was signed by Governor Rick Scott and required abortion doctors to have admitting privileges at nearby hospitals and required inspections. It also bans the purchase, selling, or transfer of fetal remains. Christy.